What's up, man?
Alright, man,
So
chilling.
everybody, I gotta look at that camera.
While you worry about the camera, man, just chill. Just relax. It don't matter where you're looking, though, really. You see your face, though.
Yeah.
So look at that camera. If you want to say something to somebody directly, you can look directly in the middle camera, I believe. Jaden, make sure you speak up. You are soft-spoken as hell. All right. We here today. Got my sons, Robert,
Sir.
call him Robbie, and Jaden. I call him Jay. Hence, Jay and Rich. Lesson learned with Jay and Rich. And finally, I get Jay in the room to learn a damn lesson. Because that's what this was about in the first place. Like me and you, man, chopping it up. I never get to talk to you at all, ever. So I had to make a damn podcast to talk to my damn son. That's crazy. Robbie, what's up?
Chilling, man. Finally get a day off.
Well, it was rocky here for you here and there for a minute. It was rocky, like you just finally got something. You settled down. You settled into something. You like your new job.
Yeah, a lot of opportunity to make some money, and it's just been hard to find a good paying job lately. I didn't really want to settle for something that's not gonna pay my bills or, take a job just for a moral victory. I was trying to get some money.
Not every job is offering money like that these days.
Yeah, man.
You get in here and they just trying to nickel and dime you to death.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of money, I was talking to Jaden, and I was telling him, like, yo, what do you plan on doing after high school? Like, you got to have a solid plan. Like, you coming up on your junior year.
Right.
Like, you're going to need to know what you want to do after high school. And what did you tell me you wanted to do, Jay?
I said I want to get in like wholesaling
That's
and
fire.
real estate, stuff like that.
That's fire.
So when I heard that, I was like, sometimes you need to have a job where you're getting the income so that you can fund what you want to do. And he told me that he was going to be able to get his apartment. And you giggled. And I didn't want to giggle, but I was just a little concerned because I want him to understand how hard it is out here. It's not easy. So you say you're going to drop ship and wholesale and sell real estate and stuff, but it's really not that simple.
I think nowadays it's cool because like the youth, like with social media, there's more exposure to opportunity. That like growing up for me, for example, even though I'm not too much older than Jaden, but it's a completely different generation. It's like we didn't have those outlets to learn about these things. So it's like, and our brain was, the traditional way of thinking was college, job. Now with all the information, like the internet is a gift and a curse because there's a lot of bad stuff out there that can deter kids from where the right path, but there is a lot of information that teaches kids like there's opportunity to really get rich, or I could really change my family's life by doing these things. On the internet it seems easy, but like you said, there's more that goes into it than just jumping on the internet and getting rich. But the mindset is fire because like growing up for me, it was like nobody really talked about that kind of stuff in high school.
And I had to be careful when he was telling me these things. I think I even said it to him, Jaden. I think I was like, yo, I don't want to put my doubts and
Right.
and negative thoughts on you, saying like, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that. I wanted to make sure that I was letting him know that these things are possible.
Right.
But I also had to let him know, like, you have to be realistic in some of these things that you're planning, because at the end of the day, life is going to smack you, and it's going to smack you quick, and it's going to smack you hard and fast. So you gotta make sure that if you have this as a plan, in my opinion, it should be already generating and well going while you're in high school. You should, so when you get out,
Yeah.
it's already going.
Yeah.
So, and I was telling him, like, I don't see you doing anything towards this yet. He's telling me serious. So speaking of that, Jay, I see some of the stuff that you sell online. You're wearing it today.
Oh yeah,
So what is that? What is that you have on?
this denim tears right here, it's 1-on-1. Like it's basically the same thing, just for a lower price.
If it's a replica or a clone, can you do you know? Is it a possibility that you could be liable for copyright infringement or whatever, trademark
I didn't
laws.
think I didn't think that far into it. I was just thinking like local, Facebook. I listed as one of one.
But say you go local, you go viral, and everybody starts buying stuff, and they all walking around Broward and Fort Lauderdale wearing replica denim tears, just like Disney, just like all these other corporations. And all the proceeds you made from selling these products, they're coming after you, and you have to pay it all back. So, listen, again, I have to say, I don't want to put my doubts in everything that I feel I could see going wrong with what you have going on you, but you also have to. I have to, as a parent, as a dad, I have to prepare you to let you understand that these things are possible. Like you say, you're gonna pay your rent. How much is rent right now? And just the average rent in Fort Lauderdale.
But for
I don't know.
One bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say like just to keep it modest. I'll say $2,000, just to be modest.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You can find stuff cheaper, with lower quality, or you can find something more expensive, higher quality.
I mean, just the rent. I'm not talking
Just
about
like-
the water,
like
the
2K,
lights,
like
anything.
anywhere from $1,600 to $2,000, depending on the quality of living that you're looking for.
And I'm asking him because he's in the market of looking for a place to live right now. I'm not. I haven't been in this realm of society for a long time, Jaden. But how many of those hoodies you got to sell to make $2,000? And that's just your rent.
That's profits.
That's profit.
On top
'Cause
of
remember,
what you spent.
you got to buy the product and then you got to sell the product. Did you do the math? Yeah, you got to know. You have to know because at the end of the day, 18's coming soon, and everybody in this household already knows once you're an adult. I mean,
It's time to adult, homie.
yeah, you gotta go figure it out. And we kind of turn you loose, and I'm trying to prepare you because 18's coming for you real soon. So all I'm saying is have a lot of eggs in different baskets. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna have my apartment. I'm gonna get a car because everything you saw on Instagram and everything you see on social media is not actually what it is. A lot of it is a facade. It's not real. Robbie,
What's up?
you have children now.
Yeah.
How's that?
It's cool. It's cool. It's I would like to have my life a little bit more established, just for, I guess you can say, like, my own expectations. But one thing I know is, like, no matter what, like, that unconditional love from your kids is different. It's like so many people in this world, it's like they treat you based on what they can get from you or what, you know what I mean? What they can do for you and what you can do for them. And it's different with kids because I feel like with kids, like, they don't care what you have. They don't care what you're doing. They just see you as like a superhero all the time. And that's cool because like it's refreshing. It's refreshing to know like the world might not see you in a certain light, but your kids are always going to see you that way. They're always going to, something about you always going to stand out to them, even when, society's like not really friendly, especially to men. Like, you know what I'm saying?
At all. Not as
especially
friendly
us.
at all to me.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Jaden. I don't know if you remember Jaden, and I was asking you, what is love? You remember I asked you that in here?
Yeah, I remember that.
What was your answer? Your first initial answer. What is love?
You care about somebody.
I care about a lot of people. I don't love them though.
Love is like, I don't know.
You need to know. You need to know. I care about a lot of people.
It's hard to explain, but I know though.
You feel it. It's not something that you know. It's something you feel.
I totally forgot.
Your answer was, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That was your answer. I didn't forget. I didn't forget your answer. And it kind of took me back when you answered me like that because if you remember what I said to you is you need to know.
Yeah, I remember that.
You need to know what love is. And it's funny, Robbie mentioned it, unconditional love. And I asked you, is there such thing as unconditional love? I want to throw the clip back in here when I do the edits because I literally asked you this question. And I told you love is more like a feeling. It's not like, it's like,
Yeah, I remember.
yeah, you know what I mean? So Robbie opened the door, and I'm gonna step in it. I'm gonna step in it right now. Robbie, I love Robbie, right? All right, so it's not difficult, but it's just thought provoking. Robbie is not my biological son. You are my biological son. You're both my sons. You are my biological son. I made you. Do you think there's a different kind of love? No, I'm gonna let you pause on this and think on that, Jenny. I'm gonna pose this question to Robbie because Robbie has children now, so it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for you to answer this question than it is for Robbie because he actually has children that he made. So, let me go ahead and ask you, Robbie. Do you think that there's a different kind of love if you so have you ever been with a girl that had kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. You liked her kids?
All right, they were cool. I wouldn't say I loved them though.
No. Okay. So our situation is definitely different.
Way different.
It's way different.
Because this is a lifestyle.
Yeah,
it's like that. That was just not the same.
No. I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it, but at the end of the day,
yeah,
I didn't make you.
Nah, and to answer your question though, is like for me as I get older, I realize that there's different love. Like love is not linear. Like I'm not gonna love things the way you will or the way Jaden will. So the way I see it is, you can love a certain type of food. I love curry chicken. I won't put that on the same
Why
level.
the hell you love curry chicken? What you even know about curry chicken?
We'll get there.
We'll get into that.
But
later.
it's like I love certain meals or something. Like I can't put that in the same stratosphere as the way I love my family. I love my mom, my dad, my kids, and my brother, my sister. I can't put it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean I don't love curry chicken.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously the love that you'll have for Jaden and the love you have for me, not that it's any more or any less, but it's different.
Absolutely.
Whole different. It's a whole different dynamic to it because it's like, you know, or Jaden knows, like without you, there was never a Jaden. You know, before I met you, I was a human being still existed. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I think the answer is yes. Like, I think the love is definitely a different type of love. But like I said, it's all different on a different scale, different. It's different. It's just different.
Okay.
100%.
Now, Jaden.
I think he put it the best way possible.
I think he did. So that doesn't mean you're gonna.
Like, he got that. He got that.
Really.
That doesn't mean you're gonna skate the question though. Like you still gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
I was still thinking about it until he said that.
Yeah, he did. He articulated it absolutely perfectly, actually. But it's crazy because I'm actually the person that I'm talking about. Like it's kind of weird.
It's like a 360.
Yeah. So, I died for you guys. That's crazy. Like
Nah, facts.
I died for you. I would give my life for you guys. Would give my life. Hopefully vice versa. But you know, some days are ups and downs.
Nah.
Fuck. But I would give my life for you guys. And the whole reason we in here today is to let people just have an insight to, you know, blended families. 'Cause at the end of the day, that's what this is. It's a blended family. When I met your mother, she had 2 children. You know what I mean? And I made the decision whether I was going to stay with this woman and create a family and go forward with this situation. And I did. And I'm happy I did. But sometimes you look at a situation and you have second thoughts and second guesses of what you did in life. And maybe if I'd have did this, I did that. And I think that goes in any situation.
Yeah, hindsight's always 20/20.
2020,
Always.
right. I mean, it can go with anything. At the end of the day, if I hadn't met your mother, I wouldn't have my son and my daughter,
Facts.
Jasmine, which I love. I love
We'll get
with all my heart. And Jaden, what grade you in?
I'm a sophomore in high school, 10th grade.
So we almost halfway through the year right now.
Not more than halfway.
More than halfway.
I got like four more months left.
Yeah. How's high school going for you?
Pretty cool.
So you know we sent you.
It's different than
We sent you outside of the county, outside of the city, actually. Sorry, to go to school. Do you know why?
Yeah, you said for a better education
Mm,
It's part of it.
and a different crowd. You said.
there's a lack of resources in certain parts of the county that there are in other parts of the county. You know, that's just putting it politically correct. And we send you to a different part of the county so you can have better resources. We actually pay to send you to school. How has your high school experience been
Like in general.
in general? Yeah, and just in general. I mean, because when I was in high school, I lived around the kids that I went to high school with, so I knew a lot of them, and we interacted outside of high school. We played little league football with each other. We played high school ball with each other. We went to school parties with each other outside of school. You don't have the same experiences that I had, and I realized this because we purposely sent you away from here to send you to school. So I don't see you interacting and have friendships and with the people that are in your school. Are you okay with being in high school and having the experience that you're having with not as many friends that live around the same general area as you?
Yeah, it's fun. I'm still talking to a couple of people from my old school.
But what about your current school?
I got a couple of friends.
When you say friends, like I don't know any of these people.
But my old friends,
No.
like they can't be like them. So I knew them like my whole life.
Okay, so that's kind of like what me and Robert were talking about, like different kind of love. I understand that. I'm talking about in the school that you're at, because there's a lot of people from affluence that go to that school.
Mm-hmm.
They're from a different demographic of life than you,
Different communities.
different
you grew up,
communities,
raised in.
right? So, do you feel like you fit in that environment? Are you know what I mean?
Yeah, I blend in a little bit, feeling a little bit too.
You feel comfortable there?
Yeah,
You do?
yeah, more so.
Okay, cool. Robbie, if when your kids become of age, because you're active in your children's life, actually, you just had a new pumpkin added to the batch.
Nah, for sure.
What's the pumpkin's name?
Grace.
Full name?
Oh, Grace Shifkovitz.
Ace.
Yeah.
Nice. What made you pick the name Grace? Or was it like a joint effort, or a mom, more like a mom?
Well, to me, I kind of let mom choose the name, but I approved of Grace because my first two kids, Aria was more so just the meaning of the name I like, but Zion, I wanted to go biblical names for most of for my kids. So Zion, that's one of the tribes of Israel, and also it's cool because they got heavy influence in Jamaica too. So I thought that was cool because I come from a blended family, so I thought that was cool. And then with Grace, that kind of like stuck out to me because kind of along the same lines, and then it's just a pretty name too. It's like a pretty name for a pretty girl. So and mom was all for it, so I was like, I can get behind that name. That's a cute name.
Are you in a position right now in life where you need to be to take care of all of your children financially?
Financially, today, nah. But that's why I grind the way I work. You know what I mean? That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's why I really don't have time for much else other than working or giving them the little bit of time I got left over until I can elevate my lifestyle a little bit.
So let's get straight to the bullshit.
Facts.
What do you feel was the major contribution to putting you behind where you need to be and where you are right now? Like what put you in the position that where you are right now?
My decision making,
Right.
100%. Impulse control, just things that like I kind of ignored for a long time, especially in my 20s. Because in my 20s, I had a kid early, so I jumped straight into working. You know what I mean? There was no time for finding out who I was or like that. Have those couple years to yourself to indulge in young man shit. You know what I mean? Like, so from there, it was just work. I never really had a chance to really put into perspective the things that I had, like my shortcomings. I couldn't really focus on that. I really had to focus on moving forward. So then when shit happened in my life, whether it was legal or, just even personal issues, like my impulse control, my decision making, kind of put me in directions that pushed me back or held me back or just kept my life stagnant for a while and kind of prevented me from, moving up or doing things that I needed to do. So,
So you're white
hmm
in America.
facts,
You're not an ugly man.
right?
You're white. You're handsome. That's in America.
Right.
That's 90% of kind of what you need to.
The recipe.
Right. So why take a risk and put yourself in position to be set back? Let's just air it out. Been
Yeah.
locked up?
Yeah, been locked up. Did the probation, the drug programs. There's years of my life, to the point where I couldn't work, I couldn't make money, I couldn't provide. Kind of put me in holes to kind of do what I was doing to get in trouble. Kind of had to double down on that once upon a time as well, which obviously led to more issues. So I would just say like,
What was your main catalyst into taking a risk to put you in a position where you got locked up? Meaning, like, was it the allure of fast money? Was it like
partial.
doing what other people were doing, peer pressure? I mean, what
I would mostly
was it?
say just the pressures of providing. They got to a point where I was already used to.
When you say providing, I'm sorry to cut
Yeah.
you, but did you get locked up before you had children or after?
Nah, I got locked up after I had kids.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what you mean by providing.
Yeah, so just like the pressures of that, and then when I wasn't able to do that, provide, like to say COVID for example, I got laid off. I wasn't working for like a year. That kind of got me into, I guess, anxiety or just pressure to like do what a man's supposed to do. And
What's a man supposed to do though?
right, so society tells a man you're supposed to provide and you're supposed to protect, lead your family. These days, not to say this is a fact or this is truth, but without money, it's very hard to do that. It's very hard to lead anything without having the financials these days. Like,
So Jaden, you ever been exposed to drugs? You ever seen drugs? Like drugs, like
Yeah, I saw some.
was it in what capacity? Was it like someone trying to introduce you to drugs, or was it somebody like trying to sell you drugs or get you to sell drugs, or was it
Nothing
just
like that. I saw them doing it.
you saw people doing drugs?
Yeah.